All right, everybody, welcome back to the Aztec Rebuild Series here on NCAA 26. We are now heading into the offseason for the 2028 season. And, our team's done some pretty good things, right? We weren't able to get anyone drafted this year, unfortunately. But I believe that our team is developing pretty solidly, but we're going to be without quarterbacks. Like, that's the big thing that I'm recognizing here. But the positive is the recruiting for the quarterback has been quite strong. No more Denegal. You got Willis here that is looking to, maybe make his way onto the team somehow. But he's a freshman redshirt. He is a two-star guy, and he's all right, but he isn't going to be doing anything too nuts. So I'm hoping we can work through that. We got a ton of running backs that are, that have taken a step forward as far as Bunting. Pettis got involved, and then Price a little bit. So the running back group is also getting an evolution with some of the recruiting that we've done. Wide receiver group, I'm excited to see what happens with Murph. We got Perry still here for another year, Scolari, Cienfrey. So we got some guys that we're familiar with. But we have to figure that out. Moser's still doing his thing. Egwubuike, solid tight end for us. Those are some really fun players to have right there. And then Ford's a good blocking tight end. But never anything wrong with, potentially looking at a recruit there. The issue we have are our bookends on the line. We lost our guy to graduation. We got a guy in Eli Arma who we recruited. He's a one-star guy, well-rounded. But it's going to take him some time to develop, and I could see myself potentially looking at holding him back just for a little bit. We got another guy, Bernard Kuhn, that they're just not it. So we need to get our tackles in order. Chad Powers has gone, I believe, too. So as well as Urian Barranquilla. So we got to worry about getting that left guard position. But I believe we recruited 2 left guards as well. Lions. I think he might be gone. I got to look at that again, but this O-line needs some work. The defense, on the other hand, we're going to have some new edge rushers as Anthony Jones and I think it's George Stewart. They're gone. So players like Townsend and Carrington are going to have to take a step forward. You're looking at Green and Casas as well. And, we do have some redshirt guys that are looking to be a part of this, like Bart Bolin, who's a 3-star recruit, and hopefully he's ready to roll and develop into something great. The corner situation we got to work through. I think the linebacker spot's pretty good. We've recruited there pretty well, but no more Hunter. So with no more Hunter, you got to figure out who's going to take the next step forward, and corners are definitely lacking. Woods is gone, so now we have to worry about a new step. Iosefa played pretty well for us, but I need to look at another free safety, and the transfer portal could be it, or we can bring in some more recruits in that space. Strong safety is heavily set up as well. Clegg is, I think we ended up scouting for a kicker. I don't know why I feel like Clegg is gone, maybe? No, he's here, so I don't know why we may have looked at a kicker, but hopefully we won't need one. But never anything wrong with drafting a kicker. I think the punter situation, Atwood's a true freshman as well, so I think we're going to be fine there. But yeah, the Aztecs fell short, right? We made it to the championship, lost that, ended up doing a bowl game, lost that. So our first experience in that place is not easy, but we are the 21st ranked team in the nation, and hopefully we can get a whole lot better. As you can see, we got a decent amount of recruits here, and then there's a couple others that I'm hoping we can kind of get together here. So one guy I'm looking at fighting for is Mitchell Trufant. I'd like to get him going here. He's a 4-star recruit, and the hope is that trying to entice him with the freaking full bar is going to be there. I don't think we got enough in the recruiting yet to satisfy this thing. I think it's going to be play style, playing time, and something else that I'm just not sure. So I'd rather we got him set up for the visit, and then what I'd like to do there is just send the house for now, and hopefully he'll be ready to roll. Trufant's been pretty solid. He's a guy that I think has all the attributes to help us out. from the get. Having a well-rounded tackle like that is really nice. 6'3", 321 already too. There's a 3-star recruit here in Mac Dexter. We've kind of scouted a little bit, and you know, doesn't have all the crazy stuff, but again, it's about getting these guys set up for potential visits, and you know, he's all about trying to come here and playing time and coach prestige is a factor. So I say, why not? Let's get him in there. Let's hope for the best. McCarron is another corner here that I think could be pretty solid for us. The visits and everything again are about competitive visit. Wow. Okay, so we'll do it like that then, I guess. But it sounds like I have music on. Weird. So McCarron's a guy that will try to bring on the field here. He's a field corner archetype, and he's got some pretty solid attributes from the get. So hopefully that'll make him roll here. I did look at Evan Lichtensteiger because of the issue with Clegg. He was making me upset, and Lichtensteiger looks like a legit kicker. But you put him in red shirt, and I say, why the heck not? You know, you don't get too crazy with it. You hope that he can kind of work through it. And he's from Los Angeles. He's like a homegrown kid right there, not too far, about a 2-hour drive from LA, 90 minutes if you can avoid the traffic there. But I think he's a solid player all around. People don't really think about kickers all the time, but I think you look at a guy like this, dude, you gotta try to work through it. Chester Boger is that hidden gem. He's a guy that might be able to play sooner than later, but my hope is that, you know, we'll work with him along the way. So here are some of the players we're looking at. Manu Blacknell. He's a 4-star recruit. My goal is to try to get this guy immediately there. I was looking at AJ Brand, who's a 4-star pure runner. The reason why I'm considering him is we're gonna have, I don't want to have true freshmen initially. I'd rather get somebody in here that might be able to work through it from the get and be able to help us out along the way. Now, whether he ends up coming to us, that's, you know, remains to be seen there. But I'm going to be giving out scholarships left and right, folks. That's our goal here. Try to see if we can get some of these players to maybe come to our house here. I'm looking at some of these 4-star recruits very heavily because our goal here is to kind of set it up. There's a right tackle in Evan Lawrence from Danville, Indiana, that I think could be pretty solid there. There's a 4-star corner here that I don't know if he's going to want to join us, but you know, we'll try to throw some stuff in there along the way. Josh Smith is the wide receiver that I'd like to have here, but I'm also not as concerned if we lose him. The reason why I say that is I think Murph and Perry are just fine. Smith is going to be a junior, so if we do get him, I mean, it's probably going to require quite a bit of work through there. The key players right now that I'm gunning for are tackles. I want my tackles in order there. I want to make sure we're solid. There's a 3-star recruit here in Sal Mangold that I think we're going to be fine from that standpoint, but you know, we'll kind of scan that along the way. I am looking at some transfers, portal guys for the defensive tackles. Whether they decide to come here or not, I'm just not sure, but I wanted to get the tackles going there. And we'll know real quickly about the quarterbacks if they're going to work through it. Some of these other guys here, I'm not as worried if we lose them. It's more about, hey, let's get some of these guys in the books. Let's see if we can hopefully have some backups there if we can't get the big guys that we like. But you know, as you can see, there's a couple of players here that may not make it now. Lichtensteiger, you probably just put 5 points on him, get Gum in here, and then probably put 15 on him. You want to look at these tackles mainly like with transfer portals open, but you want to get some of the younger guys there along the way too to see if they're going to decide to transfer over. I would say initially our recruiting classes was solid. It wasn't too crazy. I think we were able to get some pretty decent players, some recruits along the way, but now we're going to see if some of these guys are going to work out. Like Brand, nope. Smith is gone. So as you can see, certain players are like, nah, dog, I don't want to deal with that. So that's a good thing to know from the get, because that way we can kind of invest our points wisely into other spots. So we're going to take Brand out. Nichols didn't make it for us. You know, we were a potential like under the radar type of pickup, but knowing that we do not have them there, you got to be okay with it. Now it looks like Trufant wants to come over. My fear though with this is if we try to send the hard sell here, what could we get, right? And it looks like Coach Prestige playing style is probably the gamble there that I'd like to do, and hopefully that works out there for us to get that 4-star recruit. Now McCarron, he's looking okay for us, so I'll take that. I didn't expect it to be that possible already. And then Lichtensteiger, he's all about us, so cool on that one. Boger is the guy I really want to get here. It looks like we can't really do much yet. He's not up for visit for a little bit. The 4-star recruit in Evan Lawrence, ends up being bigger than I expected. So he's about to pick his team, his top 5 soon. So hopefully that works out. Marquez is actually more solid than I expected there, so I'm good with that. Dakota Sneed is another one. So we'll kind of get these points in order here, and then we'll start scouting to see if it's going to work out. Mac Dexter, kind of upset. He's like, hey man, you guys want me or you don't? And I think I want him because he had some decent speed on him. Yeah, 87 speed. Probably throw him in the slot now and then kind of work through it after the fact. Blacknall, it looks like it's a battle right there, and this is where we get to probably throw him in and say, hey man, we're willing to have you. But what's his importance? Proximity to home is a big deal. So let's his visit is key, so we can hard sell it. So proximity to home is a big deal. Let's see what other proximity to homes there are. Academy or whatever, I mean, not yet. I'd say send the house now, continue to lean on that. The visit hopefully works out, and we kind of go from there. It looks like there's a battle there for Reese Baker. Gums is another one. I'd say we set the visit up for him. Let's look at that real quick. No competitive visits. That's another thing I didn't realize too, is I probably had people compete against each other and I didn't realize it. But I'm hoping Gums is all about it there. I think we've invested some decent amount of pickups there. Sergio Smalls, it's a tough battle, and a battle I don't think we're gonna win, so I think we're just gonna take him off the board and be cool with it. This is another battle that is going to be hard fought. I don't know if we're gonna get this. It says it's a competitive visit, but I really don't care. I think playing style is huge here at a Mechanicsville, Virginia, excuse me. I think that's going to be huge for us. If we can get that pickup, that's going to help us out. Sal Mangold, he's not really into us, and I totally get it there. I'm willing to spend a little bit, be 40 points on him, see if we're going to do something there. Looks like Evan Lord was like, no, I'm not dealing with y'all. Will Hayden, looks like we haven't really moved the freaking meter there, but want to work through that. So let's try to leverage some of these points here. We got 100 points. I want to see how strong Troy Hyder is. He's got no development. That's kind of scary right there. Let's look at Manu Blacknall. Oh, he's up for a visit too. He looks solid. 96 speed. I mean, I hope we get him. I mean, I really do. I think that's going to be the big one there. We want to look at the other 4-star cat. Let's see what Evan Lawrence provides. Strong grip. I mean, that's freaking good for a right tackle. So if we can get these 2 recruits, man, that'll be huge for us. Being able to lean in on some of these guys would be a big deal. Oh, this Marquez Washington looks solid. Oh my gosh. And then you got a workhorse cat right here in Dakota Sneed, so that would help out the interior quite a bit. I really like this so far. 26 recruits on the board. We've signed half of them. I'm hoping we can bring most of these guys in, man. It's going to be a very necessary thing for us right now. We got to figure out, are these guys going to want to join? And it looks like some people have moved up the board there. That seems really good for us. Looks like McCarron looks pretty happy with us. Blacknall still has not made a decision. It looks like Lawrence, the 4-star tackle, has gone on board, and so has Hayden. So we got some good decisions there initially. We only got 2 more weeks to move, so I'm hoping this will work through us here. I just, Blacknall is a big deal, and this is where we're gonna have to probably take a chance, right? We're gonna have to go for the hard sell, and I'm just not sure what is the. Well, it looks like 2 out of 3 we know for sure. So it's got to be that right there. Playing. Oh, that seems all good. I think you go for the hard sell there, and hopefully that works out. True Font does want to rock with us, so I'm pretty happy about that. We got the standard bearer there. I think that might have been the perfect sway. Dexter is looking pretty good there, but it looks like we're gonna have to probably do a sway there. And my issue is I don't think that sway is strong. I mean, that hard sell is strong enough. I mean, it's this one right. What is it? That one right there. I mean, I'll try the hard sell, see if that'll give us the points. It's not going to be easy. McCarron, he's looking pretty good for us. I'd say why not put some extra points on him, ensure that we're good there. I mean, he's got some decent speed on him already. Yeah. And he's got roller coaster too. That's huge. Lichtensteiger, he's really okay. I'll give him like 10 more points. He's not the end-all be-all for us. I want to make sure we get it. So it looks like there's a fight here. Evan Lawrence. I mean, what's his big deal? It's playing style. So playing style is the big deal, and it looks like that's the big one. We got to lean on it. So hopefully he wants to sign with us. That would be huge for the Aztecs there. The other tackle, unfortunately, Troy Hyder. This is going to be rough, man. This is not going to be easy. Whether we can get someone like Troy or not is dependent upon how we're going to sway this guy. And I don't think we got enough sway, to be honest, to push this guy over. It looks like that potentially. Let's see if there's any other ones. It's not that one. It's not that one. So pro potential's big. So it's got to be this one right here. I mean, we're going to try. I got to try, man. If we can get these tackles, that would help us out. We're going to have a new quarterback, of course, but I mean, that's a big deal there. We're going to try to see if we can push the envelope for Craig Gums. I'd like to check out his scouts here real quick, see if we got any abilities. Team player and road dog. That's not a bad attribute from the get. I'd see if we can get maybe, actually we know his abilities, so we can hard sell. I mean, we know what he wants, right? It's a coach prestige thing. I mean, those are solid B's, bro. I think Craig Gums, 6'6", 290. I mean, I wish he could work on the weight of these players too. Now Chester Boger is the guy I really like. He's the gem. So hopefully he's gonna have the nice impact ability there. Sal Mangold, and it looks like all these guys are all about us, so we're just gonna add some more, like a little 5er pointer there. If I can find another recruit late that wants to join us, I think I will. And he's got quick drop too. I mean, you try to Reese Baker, 6'5", 280. I mean, that can work out for us. I think we're good there. Let's check out the transfer portal, see if there is potentially another player that would like to rock with us that's got him in his top priority, right? So it looks like all those guys are there. There's a potential QB that's open to transfer that he's looking for coach prestige. Coming out of Toledo, you got a free safety. There's another edge rusher here. I mean, he likes the play style. That's Gerald Langford. He's a transfer freshman. I mean, I'm down to bring him in, see if we can kind of get that going there. I don't think we scouted a tight end. But I'm all about trying to look for other tight ends too. So we're going to grab these two guys right here. And let's see if we can convince them to come over. I'll put 2 points there. You got this cat right here, Gerald Langford. He's actually down for a visit. What's his thing? Playing style. So that gives us a nice little heads up to what he's liking, and our play style fits him perfectly. So I think you get him on board, you work through that, and I mean you end up with 28 recruits there compared to what I thought we were gonna have, which was maybe 20 maybe. We're almost there though. I really like how this team's forming so far. I'm interested in seeing what our quarterback recruits are, and here we are here. Some of the guys are making moves. It's not looking too bad right there. When you look at the, I mean, he drops the third. I mean, he moved up, but I don't think we're gonna get higher, unfortunately. So we'll move away from him and try to emphasize some points on some other guys. But I mean, we got Baker, wouldn't be a bad guy right there, and then McGee. So some decent pickups so far, or some potential guys that are going to come over here. Sean Lewis is not a bad coach, man. I think for the Aztecs, wherever they're moving right now, it's pretty solid. Troy, where's he at? I think he's third, right? So we're gonna, I mean, it says that it looked way away from before. I just don't think we're gonna get there. Playing style is an A-, and he needed a B. I mean, we went for it. I just don't see that he's gonna. I think I'd have to sway, right? I think that's what I'm gonna have to do there. I think I'm gonna go heavy on the sway now. Do that, and then go to soft sell and try to get, even though he doesn't want it, maybe that, because those are positive A's right there. See if that works, man. I think we got some decent players. I mean, it says I got 100 points though, so did some other people accept it and I just didn't see it? I don't know. That's weird. Well, let's try to get, well, let's see if there's any other guys looking for a visit first. So Lawrence, he's all about that noise. I mean, I believe we've done all the right things for this guy. I think if we do this and we go for the hard sell, the 3 components right there all work out for what we want. And Evan Lawrence hopefully comes to our house there, man. It'd be huge. Seeing some of these players here already, I think we got some pretty solid recruits. But I wanna get the visits for some of these guys locked in. Playing time's gonna be huge. Marquez Washington, love to see him on this team. You got Dakota Sneed. It says competitive, but I mean, you put them both in. Like, what are you upset about? Like, I hope they understand that. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. Oh, he flipped. So we were able to flip him. Whoa, that's huge. So Blacknall might come over. What a move right there. That would be sweet. Reese Baker, he's all about the noise. I'd say let's just send the dogs on that one if we can, allowing us to just kind of get them out of the way there. Just send the dogs. I don't think we need to do a visit. And Hayden looks like he's gonna come here for sure. Langford, it's a battle, but I think if we just do this and just spend the friends and family. McGee is a guy who actually would like to come over, so I gotta double check this. Hyder, I just don't know, man. I mean, we're gonna try, but that looks like a tough gamble there. So we're gonna see, folks. Are these players gonna join the Aztecs, or are we going to be without them there? I hope so. I hope we had enough to turn them. But let's find out here. I didn't see anyone move, but we had points. Kind of crazy enough there. So Evan Lawrence, the right tackle from Danville, Indiana, has joined as committed to the Aztecs. Mitchell Trufant, the 4-star right guard. So that right side of the line has been solidified here. 3-star Nate McCarron from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Evan Lichtensteiger, the kicker, future kicker for the Aztecs, ready to roll. Chester Boger from Snellville, Georgia, has committed. Cortland Hayden from Baltimore, Maryland, has committed. And then you're looking at Gerald Langford, the right edge. Huge, huge, huge. Sal Mangold, the 3-star, has committed. Camp McGee, the 3-star tight end. It's like he kind of sneakily got on the team. Reese Baker, and 3-star Marquez Washington has committed. The DT, Dakota Sneed. That's what I'm talking about. And that is it. Unfortunately, Hyder did not commit. And it looks like Oregon snagged him last second. Blacknall has, oh, that's the other guy. Well, maybe because we snagged up the other guy, maybe. But that's Hyder. Unfortunate. I mean, we got some big recruits. Getting that 4-star, the 4-star right guard and right tackle is huge. And we got plenty to be grateful for there. So we didn't get everybody, but I think we did some good things there. Let's check out the national signings here, kind of see where everyone stands. So far, Blacknall was the guy I really liked. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get him. Hyder also was another guy we didn't get. He ended up signing to Alabama. I think there was another guy here. Dexter went to Wisconsin, and Gums went to Boise State. But let's check it out. Let's see what their devs and everything kind of tell us right here. Evan Lawrence is an impact dev. He's going to be coming in as a junior, so, you know, we got one more year with him. Jurgensen, elite. Connor Jurgensen is an elite development trait. 4-star recruit, folks. He is the quarterback for us. He's a pocket passer. He is a high school, like, I'm looking forward to getting this guy right. I believe he is looking for, what is it? I think he was looking to, his big factor was, I don't know, I guess it's not showing, weird. But Jurgensen is huge for us, having that elite dev trait. Elite dev trait for Mitchell Trufant. He's a high schooler, 4-star recruit. Pumped to have him here. We got star development for Sal Mangold. He's a transfer. So again, another setup there. Normal dev for Eric Stokely, but he looks solid. So another high school student that is going to be ready to roll. 3-star recruit, impact dev for Marquez Washington. Vi Taatu, he's a dual threat QB, impact dev. You're just going to let him redshirt, let him chill. David Wood, halfback, normal dev, but he's got all the attributes to be solid for us. You got Sneed, impact dev, a defensive tackle. Chester Boger, 3-star recruit, hidden dev, or to me, he's a gem, elite dev trait as a right edge, coming out of the freaking Georgia. San Diego, California native, Alpha Stump is a norm dev, 3-star recruit here. Marquez Bloomberg is a norm dev. Cortland Hayden, will linebacker, is a impact dev. Hutton is a normal dev. McGee, impact dev as a tight end. Looking forward to seeing what this junior is going to do there. Him with Moser and Egwabwiki, we got a solid group of tight ends there. Gerald Langford is a impact dev there. Tom Zach, a high schooler, impact dev. He is a lurking Mike. We're going to let him kind of freaking chill as a red shirt and work through it. Reese Baker, norm dev, but we need a good well-experienced tackle over there. Nate McCarron, corner, impact dev. Love to see that. Max Schluter, right guard, norm dev, but he's just going to sit. And Lichtensteiger is an impact dev. We're going to let him chill. Emilio Enriquez, he's a normal dev. And Fanau Boozer. So I like it, man. When you look at what we did right there, we ended up bringing in a lot of recruits in. As far as classes are concerned, overall, I don't know if we're on this list. I would doubt it because we didn't grab any 5-star guys, but we were 24th in the nation as far as recruiting class is concerned. And when you look at the Pac-12, I'm assuming we are at the top. We are. So we brought in 6 4-stars, 17 3-stars, and 1 2-star. Boise State brought in a 5-star recruit, a left edge, 3 4-stars, and 13 3-stars. So pretty solid there. Looks like Boise State's the only one in our conference that brought in a big dog there. So pretty pumped about that. I'm gonna go through the position changes and then we'll advance it. So it looks like Egwabwiki has gotten a dev trade upgrade to impact. Yeah, he played so good last year. He was solid for us. And looks like we got another upgrade. Smith, he's upgraded to to impact as well. What the heck's going on here? So nice little result right there. Let's check out the training, kind of see where everyone went. It looks like a ton of people have upgraded dramatically. There's Danny Willis there. He was that red shirt. He moved up to a 74 or 72 overall, but it says 74 there. He looks like he's got some really nice attributes. Doesn't really look like he's going to be threatening to leave anytime soon. That's nice there. Bunting moves up to a 79. His speed is an 87, 88. Love that. You're looking at Jason Self there. This is another player that kind of took another step forward there. We got some freshmen that are going to be playing, and now I got to think about, hey, are there any of these guys I'd like to redshirt to prep them for next year, depending on what we have them as far as you know, their motivations. We got to work through that. Now look at this. Look how sick this is. It says freaking Murph is a 91 overall now as a senior. This is so nice to see. Last year he had 1,000 yards. Murph is one of the best players I've ever used on this game. As a wide receiver, he looks like he's going to take a huge step forward. Perry is a 90 overall now. He looks like he's ready to roll. So we got a good amount of players that are ready for our future quarterback. Scolari has moved up to an 83 overall. This is his last year as well, so we got to work through that. Madden's a 77. Cianfrini moved to a 75. So a lot of our younger guys really took some steps forward. Love that. But Egwabwiki is the big one. He moved to 79. But look at this. Ford. These are blocking tight end, pure possession guy. He moved it to an 80. Moser is an 80. Egwabwiki's there. McGee, this was the transfer. He's a 79 overall freaking tight end. Decent. Like, we're gonna have some really good fun with these tight ends. The tackles, Baker is a 72. Kuhn moved up to a 63. Smoker moved up a little bit. You got McGarren moved up to a 76 as a left guard. Love that for him. He's got all the attributes to be amazing. Mangold moved up to an 84, moved up 8 overall points there. So that's what we're talking about. Lions, you know, we were fighting to keep him here. Maybe he stays with us, maybe he doesn't. It's his last year. Maybe we just got to figure out how to put him on the board. But Watkins moves up. This is his last year as well. So a lot of moving parts here. This is sick right here. Lawrence, who came in as a transfer, is his last year. He's an 86 overall now, and he like upped all his attributes. Winston Wheeler here, he's a future tackle for us, and Gbogbo, I think I'm going to be comfortable now to move him to a red shirt to be okay there. Green moves up to a 76. Townsend as well. So we got a lot of guys kind of pushing up now and ready to, and they're ready to go there. There's Langford, the transfer, coming over. He's got impact dev. He's a 74. Bolin, the freshman, red shirt now. He's a 72. So we got some guys moving up. Washington's a 79. Sneed is a 78. Like, these guys all have amazing abilities to be ready to tear it up. I think our D-line's going to look amazing. He's going to be solid this year. Jennings, Sam linebacker, moved up +1. I think he's all over the field. Lemieux, I moved him to Sam. He moved up +4. So look at that acceleration. He's got that burst. And then Williams right there, the senior, he's got moved up +1. Mike didn't move, but it looks like Keener +6 overall as a sophomore. So I like what I'm seeing right there. Hayden 79, Beaky 78. Some of these guys that have been trying to move up have done so. Paxton's a 75. Strong moved up 9 overall. Strong had a great year. Played very solid as a slot corner. I think Paxton, we're going to move him to that. And I think Strong's going to be that dog there. And then everyone else kind of did their thing. Free safeties, +6 right there for Winthrop. Iosefa moved up +2. So Winthrop ended up taking over because of his overall dev trait. And Butt took over. Wow, dude, we got some guys, man. There's Clegg right there. He moved up +5, but the kicker that we just brought in he's already above him. So we're gonna have to figure this out. Oh, he gained 2 pounds. Oh, okay, so they do gain some weight. Oh my gosh, that's kind of cool. +3 pounds there. +4 pounds. How did the DTs do? +1 pound. What about the O lineman? +3 pounds. Hell yeah. +3 pounds. +2 pounds. +2. There you go, guys. Getting thick out there. There's Reese Baker. He's going to hold it down, but left tackle is a need, folks. Now, there was another guy that I brought in. I actually converted him to a tight end. He is a high school recruit, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen there, but great training results for us. So we do not have to force anyone to leave. I think that's something to think about there. I mean, we got 2 guys, and I think it's okay to move on and let Clegg, go to another team. We'll encourage that one, but we don't technically have to move on from anybody. Everybody can stay, and we're going to try to lean on that as much as we can this year to kind of get this program up. It took us a little bit. We had the year where we had to leverage a lot of young players. Freshmen and sophomore had to play quite a bit, and they fought their butts off, but we didn't want that to be the case. It is what it. There's this guy right here, Vai Tayatu. He was considered a dual threat player. He's an athlete. We checked it out, and it turns out this 6'4", 222-pounder is better as a tight end. What we're gonna do is Egbabwiki is gonna rock with it with Stingley, McGee, and Ford, and Moser, but Tayatu is going to be redshirted for sure. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that guy's going to work out. The rest of these other players, like I said, we could potentially do it, but we're short on certain positions that I got to keep them now. The other, the running backs here, my whole thing is these guys need playing time. So Wood and Stokely are going to be in here. I mean, Pettis played fine, but I'd like to probably move him out because we're going to need, Bunting, he's more of that, he's our first, 2-down back, but like Wood and Stokely, they need playing time. And to be able to get these 2 4-star recruits was unexpected. So we'll rock with those guys along the way. The QBs, as long as no one wants to leave, I think we're fine with where we're at. Jurgensen, though, this is the guy I'm excited to see. It's going to be a battle. We don't have too many guys at quarterback. Ooh, we just advanced it, and it looks like Egbabwiki's upset. Kind of crazy. I didn't expect that. It's playing time, but he's going to be at the top. He'll be starting. We'll work through the red shirt and stuff right now. But Egbabwiki 100% will be a starter. So Bunting played his freshman year because we had no choice. I'm going to go ahead and redshirt him, see if we can get his overall even stronger for next year. But we're going to let the 2 freshmen, and we're going to let these guys roll. Self is going to have a chance as well. So we're going to be with... man, this is tough. Maybe we were without Price. I think I need Bunting. I think I want to rock with these other guys there with Bunting. The wide receivers, you could redshirt Murph, but that ain't happening. Egbabwiki, Vayatu, we're going to redshirt him. As you can see, they're saying, hey, he's upset, but he's going to start him, Moser, and McGee. I think everyone else is fine with where they're at. If they want to roll with us, they can, but I'm not really sweating it. We got McGarren there. I think we're going to redshirt James Hutton. Actually, we're going to redshirt Bloomberg there. Center, can't redshirt anybody, unfortunately. Right guard, Watkins is playing just fine. This guy's got elite dev. I just let him rock with there. Hopefully he stays with us. We got some good vets there. McBogbu's, I'm going to go ahead and redshirt him. And he'll be ready to roll in the following year. There's just no reason to take a chance on some of these guys. As long as they're not playing time, we should be fine. Now, Boger, I would love him out there, but my goal is just have him chill for a second. Let him be prepped and be ready to roll. The D line is healthy. I'm loving that. We had a lot of injuries last year too that kind of wrecked us. Tom Zach, it's championship. It's got impact there, but I'd like to let Keener and them kind of, and as well as Boozer, just let them develop, let them be ready, and kind of keep this thing going. There's Stumpf, championship, so no worries there. Corners, we need them all. So I can't necessarily, I guess I could let McCarron roll, and then we're just going to be very heavy on the safeties. We got a lot of safeties that can play for us right now, and then kind of go from there. But I like where we're at with our guys. I think the development's pretty solid there. So this is our schedule, folks. I wanted to take on some teams here that would be fun. Maryland, we're going to be playing our first game at home. It'll be a week 0 game. Liberty followed by Georgia Southern. Then we got Boise State followed by a bye week. We got UNLV in week 7. Utah State is week 5, but Washington State, these are our Pac-12 guys, UTSA. And then I wanted to see what it would be like to go against a tougher team like Nebraska, 22 overall ranked there. We'll see where they're at the end of it. Oregon State. So pretty full schedule. I think that's going to be pretty fun right there. We could have did the... I could have went crazy, but I really want to see what we can do here. Technically, our guys are pretty solid across the board. So this is where we're going to leave it, folks. I think we got our team in a decent spot. We got our players redshirted right. The substitutions and stuff, I don't think I have to do anything too crazy there. My goal is I have these things set up, customized, and in order for most of these things. Some things I'm like keep fresh and stuff, but most of these things I think we're in a pretty solid spot. The depth chart, we're gonna have that 4-star recruiting quarterback, 4-star recruit right there, Jurgensen. He's gonna be our starter, but Willis is ready to roll. We went Enriquez to just be a red shirt, and as you can see, it's just these 2 guys for now, and hopefully they can kind of work out. Bunting is going to be starting, but we're going to see a lot of Stokely and Wood out there just to get them going, and hopefully their playing time makes sense. Murph, Perry, and Scolari, they're going to be the dogs, dude. I'm looking forward to seeing these guys play. Scolari is going to be that slot receiver. He's going to work out. Egwabwiki is going to be that starting tight end with McGee coming over as a transfer, and then Moser kind of ready to roll there. We've used him when we needed to. We're going to see Lawrence out there at tackle. He's going to be switching over playing left tackle. Watkins playing left guard. Mangold's going to be playing center, and then I moved McGarren there. I thought about moving Lyons up, but the issue with that is the playing time. So although we'd have a better O-line, if McGarren doesn't play, there's a chance that he'll transfer. So I got to roll with McGarren for now. Baker's going to be out there, but we got Winston kind of on the sidelines, open to play. Winston Wheeler to me is a very solid player. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it yet. And Winston could probably play that. His awareness is just not high enough. He's going to get smoked out there unless we move him to guard. We got some other guys here that, Green's going to have an opportunity to play starting. Townsend on the other side, which I believe our edge rushers last year did their work. Now it's up to these D tackles that we brought in the transfer portal to really make it work. Jennings was all over the field. This is his senior year, a chance for him to pop off. We're going to see DeMar Johnson now as our starting as Lulu left. Our Will linebacker and Beakey. So a new group of linebackers there. Paxson, though, is going to hold it down as our starting freaking tight corner there with Strong. I'd like to consider someone else, though, and this is where it's tough. I think I'd like to move Williams up and move Paxson to the slot. I think that's going to help us out there. We're going to have our youngsters playing return, Stokely and Wood, so I'm looking forward to that. Stokely will get the first reps for the third down back. We'll see how that works out. Looking forward to seeing Scolari play that slot receiver role. But the slot corner, I want Paxson to be the guy. I think that makes sense there. And then Smith, who's got impact there, he's going to get an opportunity to play slot as well. So it's going to be fun, man. Murph, Perry, Scolari, our new rookie QB, or freshman QB. It's going to be a great time. So I'm looking forward to the games in the upcoming episodes. But that'll do it for us, everybody. If you like what you saw, please drop a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think. And most importantly, subscribe to keep up with the series. I appreciate everyone that stopped by today. You have yourself a good one. And as always, let's go Aztecs.